Good evening again. We want to welcome you to another edition of my Lutheran Connections. We continue our anniversary celebration the entire month of November. Today we are doing a fundraiser as part of activities of our anniversary celebration in support of the work done at LTI. Today we have a studio. Our studio is jam packed, and today we want to just tell you that it's less talking and more actions. So we're gonna go straightly to our brother there in Dansbury, Connecticut, Josiah Joka. He's sitting pretty tight, but we want to welcome um, we want to welcome our sister couple Sele, the only female on our team. We also want to welcome the ambassador there in Freetown, Sierra Leone. His signal is pretty much static, so we're having a pretty jolly ride today. And also, we want to welcome back our brother and our good old friend, brother Abel Lewelly. We want to welcome you. We want to thank God for your health. Uh, and brother Joka is all smiling. How was Thanksgiving? How was the anyway, today is all about LTI, but I just some people, someone was doing Uber on Thanksgiving Day, but we're gonna discuss that next week.
Great, Willie. Willie, thank you very much as usual for the fascinating start of our show. We really appreciate once more the presence of our Lord Bishop, the Red Reverend Dr. G. Victor Patmo. You know, Dr. Patmo is the Bishop of the Lutheran Church in Liberia, and it pleases us. For us, it's a great honor to always have him in our company. The first time you have the bishop on the Monday basis committing to this degree of openness, sitting and having conversation with his people. So we are very happy to enjoy that privilege. Bishop, welcome once more to our show. Like my colleague Willie said, it's jam-packed today. And Bishop, you're going to be taking time in between times to be talking to us about your plans for LTR. We're going to have that chit chat, some of the things you want done, because the purpose of this fundraiser, yes, is to mobilize funds to give LTI a befitting facelift, which will set the stage for any major reconstruction and recovery efforts. We have to get the ball rolling as Lutherans because that's our pride. So we are pleased to have you. We'll be coming to you back and forth regarding that during the discussion. Stephen Sotakova, we want to welcome you on the show for the first time. It's exciting to have you here. You are most welcome, Brother Kova. Dr. Dwako being here before. He sat with us before. We enjoy sharing from his fountain of knowledge and his experience and the things that they have ongoing, in store for LTR. So it's exciting. The ambassador is pretty seated. Abel is pretty seated in his studio in Monrovia. Kopo in her studio in Monrovia. The ambassador in his studio. And we have Willie, as usual, in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm here in cold and freezing Danbury, Connecticut. So today is going to be an exciting continuation of our anniversary celebration, our first anniversary. The last Sunday, we are enjoying from Bishop segment, the Bishop Hour, and we are celebrating LTR. So it's going to be all LTR discussion. Now, here's the fascinating thing. We have Stevie Cover, who is representing our generation of students from LTR. He's going to be telling us our own dimension of Dumfo, what it meant. And Dr. Dwoko is going to be representing his own generation. And he's going to be telling us what it used to be like on LTI and how we need those days to come back. That's why we're raising money. We need those days to come back so that, the younger folks can go back to LTR, get the academic accomplishments and the preparation that they need for their real life situation. So today is Fundraiser, LTR, help restore LTR. And to get the ball rolling, I'm not going to go to the guests. We have an unusual start to the show today. I am going to go to Monrovia to Brother Abel Liawali, who is going to tell us what his contribution to help restore LTR is. Brother Liawali, take it from me.
Thank you so much, Joe. As you regularly said, today is mainly intended for fundraising. And trust me, we're going to raise this money. My family and I just did a consultation, and we said we are going to make a family initial contribution of $100 towards this fundraiser. Yeah, understand why initial. Maybe as time goes by, we'll be brainstorming on other things as to what we need to do. But I think it's a much that we do this. So we are so happy and very lucky that we can be part of this generation and then contributing towards the restorations of our own institutions. So we are so glad. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome, amen. Thank you so much. Thank you. We got a fresh $100. Isn't that great? To $100. We got a fresh $100. Yeah, that's great. We will go there to the ambassador, Jerry Tablo in Freetown. Jerry, no, we're not going to Jerry. I know there is a plan that we have to go by. So let's go there to Couple Silly, sitting pretty in Monrovia.
Hello, Abel, Josiah?
Yeah.
Sorry, since my wife is already on.
Oh, great. Let's take the call.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Hello.
Mr. Stavlo, the ambassador. Why?
Yeah. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Hello. Yeah. Mrs. Kuna Aratablo, and on behalf of my family and I'll be pledging 50 United States dollars towards the LTI.
How much?
Please say a little loudly. Please speak loudly.
Yes, I didn't get it.
Somebody recording the need to talk now.
Yeah. I'll be pledging 50 United States dollars.
To be pick up when?
We pick up by Monday.
Monday.
That's
Okay.
tomorrow. That's tomorrow?
That is tomorrow, right?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Joe, thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ambassador. Thank you, Mr. Stablo. Thanks to the Tablo family.
Mr. Stablo.
Yes.
She said 50, right?
She said $50.
Yes, to be pick up by Monday. As our initial
tomorrow.
contribution. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. And isn't it a wonderful thing for the ambassador to be interviewing his wife on the show? We don't usually get such privilege. Oh my goodness. Willie, it's over to you.
Yeah, hola, yeah.
All right. This is a water
Willie, we want to see
initiative.
you. Bring yourself on the screen, please.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a water initiative. We want to make the initial contribution of $50, and it has already been deposited. We want to make that initial contribution, and we will be making subsequent contributions, but the initial one is $50.
Thank you so much, Willie, to you and your family. This is wonderful. Thank you for the contribution. It means a lot. It means a lot to the process. So we are starting with ourselves, So we're not going to be asking people to contribute when they don't know what we are doing. Yes, we are the originators of the whole fundraiser for LTI. But so what? So how much are we contributing? That's what you are getting right now. So we want to go over to this couple. Couple Sele, also sitting pretty in her studios in Monrovia. Couple, is over to you.
I already have a saying that says, when someone is helping you, you should help yourself. When someone is washing your back, you should be able to wash your stomach. So on behalf of my girls, my 3 girls, and my family, I will give an initial contribution of $50.
Wow. Thank you so much, couple. This is highly appreciated. I am so excited that we are off to a very good start. And I know the audience is watching, so we coming at you. But we want to set the stage so that you can be asking us, throwing the question back to us. What are you doing?
Wow,
Or what
where your contribution?
yes. So we're getting the ball rolling ourselves. It's our anniversary celebration. We're not waiting for people to give us gifts. We are giving the gifts. And we're giving it to LTI. So we want you to join us to give the gift to LTI by making your financial contribution to the facelifting project of LTI. And the person who is the leader of that project is right here, and it's none other but our Lord Bishop, Chief Victor Patmo. He's sitting with us. You'll be hearing from him later. Stephen Sotakova from the LTI Alumni Association is here. Dr. Dwoko from the Alumni Association is also here. You'll be hearing from them. But let me just say this, that on behalf of my family, the Jokais, we will be making an initial, and it is an initial contribution of $50. In fact, now we've already made. That money has been transferred to Wille Koboy. He received it from our family. So that's the startup. We are contributing 50 United States dollars to this project as a start. So at this point, I would like to go over to our Lord Bishop to hear from our Lord Bishop. Bishop, we want to say welcome, and how do you feel about this project?
Well, let me say good evening to all of you, and thank you for this initial way of making ourselves contribute to what we want to do. And if you ask the question, how do I feel? I feel so good because when you start something and you cannot be a part of it, then you know what it means. So that we can have this platform that initiates our own contribution to the process. I think all of us who are Lutherans should be very happy if we'll be asking other people outside of our church to assist us. Then if we can start, they will see what we're starting. The old Liberian parable is that when you got a coup and you want the coup to work hard on your farm, you sitting there got to work hard. But if they see you playing, then they will play. So I think the way we will initiate this, we also encourage other people to follow us and to do more that we expect of them. So I'm very happy about this, and really my whole intention about LTI, as you already know it, is that we can restore LTI again. Why it is true, we are making our initial contributions. We are also talking to people. A few days ago, I met with one of our senators and tried to talk to him to see what can they do from the government perspective in having some little subsidy included in their budget for LTI. We're working on that. So we're not just sitting here. So again, and we need to start. I got the estimates that was done, the assessment report that was done by the Alumni Association. I saw it, but even they don't have figures attached to the buildings, but you can see in that assessment what are those things to be targeted on the different buildings. Right now, I'm looking for a way to find a first thing to do small work on the dormitory that is not badly damaged right now. And so, because we already have students in the school, and as soon as we have our dormitory, we'll start finding a way to have people stay in them as we expand the program. I've already spoken to a few of our partners. Some of them have already contributed small money into our next year budget that will go towards LTI. One of them is Promocio, the Tennis Evangelical Mission. They have pledged an amount of $6,000 that will go towards small work on the fish pond and the swamp. So we're moving ahead. We're not only waiting for outsiders, so we're doing the best. While we are also looking up to you guys on the other end, we are also making our own internal process to see how things go. But I know we'll talk more. So the way everybody pledging, and we here, on behalf of the first central administration, that is the head of this church, I'm pledging on their behalf, and we'll try to do that right after the holiday, which is after Tuesday. But we're pledging the initial amount of $200 United States dollar. No matter how tough it is, the roach cannot lay on the side. So we would do the first pledge of $200 United States dollar. And for my own family and myself, we also do the addition of $50 United States dollars.
Thank you so much, Bishop. This is leadership right here. The Bishop, excuse me. This is leadership right here. You've heard the Bishop talk about the significance of raising funds for LTI. We can't explain to you more than what we've done, the significance of doing this for two major reasons. The first one is to be able to start work on LTI in certain areas. I know that institutions are going to make contribution to the the budget that they have in terms of the assessment that was done, the funds required for the overall reconstruction and development of LTI. I know that's going to be done through a project arrangement, but for now, ourselves, we need to take the initial steps. So significantly, we need to raise money to do that. That's the first significance. The second significance is for us as Lutherans to be able to show to our will-be partners and current partners that yes, we are serious-minded people, that we are taking initiative to be able to solve our own problems as they intend to assist us to do it, to achieve this. So those are the two major important reasons. So today we come to you, the audience, to ask you for your contribution. Some of you have already started rolling your contributions. We will announce them and we'll take the calls. The numbers will be rolling. And Willie, thank you. You are already rolling contributions from people on the screen. That's good. My senior brother, Steven Zota Cover. Is Steven Zota Cover Junior? Am I correct? Is Junior, right? Steven Cover?
Yeah, while we are waiting for Brother Cover to get set, I want to make a major announcement.
Right.
We want to say thank you to our sister Afrida Watokwa. She's there in Minnesota. She made a contribution and I have the Zelle. It just registered to my phone, $150 United States dollars.
Wow.
Afrida Tokwa.
Wow. This is wonderful. 150 United States dollars from Sister Afrida. Afrida, thank you so much. This is highly appreciated. You don't even know how much that would do.
I also want to continue that a brother of ours, he doesn't want for me to mention his name, but it's in our group chat. 50 United States dollars is going to be, it's coming to me right now through Cash App, and also Mother Vliga BN contributed the initial contribution of 100 United States dollars. Vliga BN, and also we want to Mother Nanakpa Allison and Reverend Allison made an initial contribution or initial pledge of 50 United States dollars. So those are the figures we have so far.
Yeah, Willie,
wow,
John, excuse me.
Yes,
Willie, for the purposes of accountability and transparency, we want you to please beg your brother. Let us announce his name.
I can mention his name. That's fine. I'll mention his name. That's Zeze Roberts.
Okay, good.
So he told me he liked to do it. He told me he didn't want to mention his name, but yeah, that's Zeze Roberts.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Brother Roberts.
Yeah.
Zeze Roberts, Father, Dr. Allison, and family. Sis Afrida. We want to say thanks to you people so much, says Viliga. Thanks to you people so much for the support. This is highly appreciated. And we appreciate if you could also call for us to hear your voice. You know, the audience also want to hear your voices. So pretty soon we have Willie displaying the numbers on the screen for people to call and announce their support to this project, their contribution to this fundraising event. I see that Dr. Duaco and Stephen Cover just disappeared from the screen. I think it's a technical issue. They will be coming back shortly. But Jerry, there you have it. How do you see this going from the start?
Well, I want to first of all say thanks so much to the visionary leadership of our Lord Bishop, the Right Reverend Dr. G. Victor Padmo. Reverend Padmo You know, sometimes people think that I overemphasize things or I like to flatter people, but there is no flatter. You are putting the church on a right trajectory. In order for us to be able to have the sense of belonging, the leadership of the central office should be able to inspire the Lutherans in Liberia and around the world to make sure that, look, this is our own initiative and we must do it. Secondly, you are leading by example. That the central committee, the central church made a commitment of 200, and initially you're talking about 50 of your families, that 250. That is to tell you that on this platform right now, if we check in of all of the contribution we have made, you, Bishop, have made the highest, where they are still to be corrected.
Yes.
And so we just got to try to see how we can go above that. That is an exemplary leadership style. And look, Joe, I'm so excited. I don't want to take all of the time because we got people that will be calling in. But I just want to say that for some of the numbers that we didn't send and some of our people, we will call them from here and then we put them on so they can make their contribution. They understand by. Thank you.
And also, I want to announce quickly. I also want to announce quickly that Mother Jokai and family made an initial contribution of 50 United States dollars. So please note that Mother Jokai and family initial contribution of 50 United States dollars.
Thank you very much. Before we go to Abel, we have a call. So caller, will you please tell us your name and tell us why you call?
My name is Roger Abim Senior.
He got to go away from his monitor.
To be on the show tonight. I'm listening to the competition that is coming in. What Bishop says.
Can you move away from your monitor a little bit, sir?
It's okay now?
Yeah, much better.
Okay. This is Roger Abim Senior. And I'm really excited tonight, to call on this show and to make my initial contribution. Initially, I posted on the page that I'm going to make a contribution of $20 US. But from what I saw from the bishop, taking charge of this thing, I moved to even go higher. So I'm going to contribute the amount of 5,000 Liberian dollars. And I will send that amount to Kopo Sele mobile money. I'm really excited.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's our modest contribution. As time goes by, we'll keep coming back and keep doing more. I'm really excited, gentlemen. Thanks ever so much for this initiative.
Thank you, Roger Abim Kamo, and thank you for highlighting the fact that you were moved by the Bishop's extraordinary leadership. This is good, Bishop. There you have it. One of your Lutheran members talking, speaking to what you just did.
I told him today at church that I was looking. If they didn't call, I was going to call them. And those who will not call, we will follow them up. Everybody may not have the access to this show, but we will follow people from home to home. We're going to make sure.
Right.
I think Brother Kova is back. Brother Kova is back.
And congratulations, Alena. He was re-elected, right, Bishop? Roger,
yes. I installed him today.
Oh, congratulations for St. Peter's. Okay.
Yes,
that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling, Roger. We have others, in the queue. We have to take people wanting to make contribution, but we'll talk to you again another time. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, buddy.
Right. Okay, there you have it. Stephen Cover is back. We'll waste no time. Before we go to Abel, Abel, please, let's take Stephen right now. Stephen Zota Cover Jr. Welcome to the show. It's your first time. It's all yours, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Am I audible? Are you hearing me?
Very well. You are. As a matter of fact, I like your painting in the bike.
Awesome.
I like your painting in the bike.
Oh, okay. That's my portrait right there.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'm so grateful and happy for this initiative, and then I'm kind of overwhelmed, and with the bishop taking the lead on this thing, is so good for us. However, I don't know whether you want me to speak about LTR or we go straight into the pledges and the contribution.
Contribution first.
Okay, good.
Contribution first, yeah.
Okay,
Maggie.
thank you very much. As an alumnus of LTI, I will want to pledge the amount of $100, and that will be collected by Monday of next week. This week I'm kind of very tight. This week I've just come from San Jose, so I got some things to handle. My men's program coming over this weekend, so Monday of next week I will be paying out $100 over to couple.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's very good. Thank you so much, Steve. Thank you. Thank you.
That's an initial pledge. That's initial contribution to the program, to the exercise.
Right. So yes, you are on the show. Let's hear from you. Were you once upon a time president at Dumfo?
No, unfortunately, I was not any of the leader at Dumfo or in Dumfo. I used to be the Dum chairman for Dum 2.
Yes.
And Dum 2 was a partner in crime to Dum 4. And as a matter of fact, we had a subsidiary to Dum 4 where we had the poultry or the piggery over there. If you can, for those students that couldn't go to Dum 4, they will always wait around a pig pen for the guys to come from Dum 4. So when we went to Dum 4 and came from there, those that will meet at the pig pen were the first point of contact, and anything will bring forth, so it doesn't reach the laundry. But however, there were lessons learned from Dum 4. Dum 4 will learn to be very hardworking, because sometimes we'll help to clean the people chicken and the people palm nut, and also help to beat some of their rice, just to add flavor to our off-campus exercise. Where it has some bad things too, right? We need to take alcohol. The palm one was our main point. And then the cassava leaf on the people farm. Oh no. Those were things we did over there.
So as an alumnus, what would you like to see LTI becoming now as an alumnus? I mean, everything you said, that the historicity, now we're trying to rebrand LTI. What are you looking at?
We will go back to Steve, Jerry, but we have a call. Let's just take the call. Sorry,
yes,
Steve,
please, let's take the call. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. State your name and your contribution, please.
I'm a Lutheran, and I
Oh,
also
okay. Someone else on the phone.
from LTI. I'm so excited about this show this evening, and I want to thank all of you for making it happen.
That's wonderful. That's great.
For now, I will make an initial contribution of $10 US through my son-in-law. I've been come on.
Oh, okay. So,
I've been come on.
oh, wonderful. Your name is Helena Noah?
Yes, Helena Noah.
And a former student or alumni of LTI, right?
Yes, and also a full-blown Lutheran. I also work at the Phoebe Hospital as director of the training program before.
Oh, great.
So I'm very excited to be part of this program this night.
Thank you so much for your contribution, Sis Helena. It's highly appreciated. I mean, you are being heard by everybody in studio here and our audience as well. Thank you so much. So the contribution is being recorded, and somebody will get back to Roger Kamal to collect it. Is that right?
Yeah, Roger Kamal. Yes, Roger. Yeah.
Okay, right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We have Dr. Tuoko. Dr. Tuoko is on the phone here, and he wants to make his contribution.
Let's take Dr. Tuoko.
Yes. I asked a question in the chat to see whether contributions can be staggered over several months. If that's the case, then I could contribute $500 to begin paying January, $100 every month for 5 months.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr.
It is acceptable. It's acceptable, Dr. Dwoko. It's acceptable.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Doc. It's acceptable. Yes.
Whoever is collecting, by the time, because January is a long month, so by the time January ends, just tell me where's your first installment, and then we start pay over 5 months, $500.
All right. Yeah, Sis Couple Silly will be in touch with you, Dr. Dwoko.
Okay.
Yeah, and please try to join us back. Please try to join us in.
I'll keep trying. I'm hearing you guys. I don't know what happened with the technology, but maybe it's me, I'm still in the 20th century. So.
No, that's fine. You can turn your video off. There's no problem. You can turn your video off and join us. No problem.
Dr. Dwago, thank you so much for the contribution. It's appreciated. We were taking over the 5-month period, $100 every month. And Couple Sele will be in contact with you. We all have your phone number. We will give the phone number to Couple, and she will be in contact with you.
But how sure are you that this will not get found someday? You will pay double. Who knows?
Exactly.
It's possible, Bishop. Yes. Especially when Couple called 2 times and he doesn't want the call to keep coming. And just say, let me just pay the entire thing.
Exactly.
Okay,
right, thank you. But Jerry, we come back to you, Jerry, you and Stephen in that conversation. Yeah.
Yes, so Steve, I'm sure that you got the question, so you can just go on with the answer because I try to get some call, but be answering.
Okay, first, well, thank you, Jerry, for the question on what we anticipate from LTI. Okay. In addition to my previous contribution, I'll be paying another $100 in January, right?
Who?
Thank you so much.
So
Couple,
now,
please.
Thank you. Couple, please take note. That's 200 right there.
In the future, right? Prior to the war, when I first went to LTI, we had a home economics program.
Yeah.
There were girls that were being taught handiwork, and then the boys were being taught woodwork, what we call carpentry. And there was an instructor inside, the late Harris taught woodwork. He taught woodwork on LTI. So as we go to rebuilding and transforming our country into a very suitable state, we need skill. What are those skill sets we need? Besides the academic part of LTI, we need vocational component of that school, because when people leave academic program, they should be relevant for the work.
All right. Says Couple, can you please note down the Reverend
Couple is now on. Couple got, I think.
Couple just went off. Yeah. If someone else is helping Couple, says Grace Jasser, 25 United States dollars. Then the Reverend John Smo, 20 United States dollars. I received the alert here. I received the alert.
Couple, welcome back. Couple, here we go. Stephen Cover made an initial pledge of $100 to be collected on Monday. And then he made an additional pledge of $100 to be collected in January.
Yeah.
And then we have a contribution. That money has been received by Willie. $25 from Sis Grace Jasso and $20 from Reverend John Sumo. Willie,
yes,
is that
Grace Jasso is sending it right now by mobile money to Sis Couple. So you can put on a pledge for Sis Grace Jasso. You can mark that as pledge until you receive it. Sis Grace Jasso.
Grace, how much?
25 United States dollars.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay, wonderful, folks. Stephen, we keep breaking. You keep we keep breaking in, but I think you can go ahead. You can have
Josiah,
another- Yes,
Josiah,
Bishop.
Who
Yeah.
get it, Tony?
John Smoke, Reverend John Smoke. Look, I
And we
want
can,
to add up.
Couple Bishop, just a moment, please. Couple, we can put some of those information in the chat. Yes, Bishop. Yeah.
I want to add to Stephen. Like what Stephen was saying, we're not just talking about academic and restoring the buildings on LTI. Already, we've started working our modality for a TVET program. And like what Stephen was saying, I believe when people leave high school, considering the society we have now, they should be able to do something on their own, even if they don't have public employment. They can employ themselves. So for me, even the student that right now we have the school going with a very small number of students, but by next semester, we're going to make sure we have some technical training added to the academic that is ongoing right now. So yes, that is our big dream. And it will not only be for students who enter into LTI for academic, there are also people within the community who are not able to go to school and go further. And I think that that TVET program will also help them. So we'll be empowering the students at the same time trying to empower the community as well. That's my dream for LTI.
Absolutely, Bishop, you are right. People should graduate from secondary school, from high school with some technical skills to be able to have employable skills. Right. They can employ themselves, and we've been missing that link for a very long time in Liberia. LTI was one of the few institutions that has such opportunity, where students at the high school level have access to acquiring some technical skills, prior to graduating from high school. But I think that's why curriculum review is very important at the national level. But for us, at the level of the LCL, this is something that has been a passion for us for a long time. LTI had those things. I mean, students came from high school knowing how to tap. They had tapping skills. We had a pool of typewriters where we used to go to learn how to tap and everything. Stephen can talk about that more. Apart from the other skill training programs that they had on the campus. And that one was the things that I loved so much when I was at LTI. I always used to spend most of the time in the tapping pool, even though I didn't learn it well. I'm still counting using.
But the concept is there.
Yeah, it's there. Stephen, Jerry's question. Yeah, probably you want to land on that one now.
Okay, actually, what I was about to say or was saying is just exactly what the bishop just observed, and we are going to. High school education is one component of LTI's recovery and rehabilitation. Vocational and skills training is the second part.
Yeah,
he said it all. That's where I was driving at, right? LTI before we used to do two things there. The ladies were taught handiwork to craft with their hands, and the boys were being taught woodwork. And I was mentioning one open Harriet from Sarai was an instructor of carpentry or woodwork. So besides that, we have the soil, we have agricultural program. So program involving agricultural program, woodwork, and what he said, technical vocational skills training is very important for our present day reality in terms of rehabilitation and for job opportunity for people. So besides the academic program in LTI, we envision that LTI will provide skill training for young people, young Liberians, especially for coming from rural Liberia. That's just the point I want to put forward that Bishop has already expanded on. There's nothing different I want to say it again.
But let me just add something, Stephen. Right now, as I'm sitting where I'm sitting, I'm already discussing with LDS. We are planning to have a workshop with people of that community from LTI. We want to start raising bees. We want to produce honey from LTI. So that is already in the pipeline. So you can see that we are taking more than people would expect. It is not only going into classroom, but everywhere we can do to even provide funding for LTI herself is part of what we are dreaming right now.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Jared. Jared, go ahead, please.
Yeah, Bishop, that is very, very good. And at least that we are trying to inject into the, if I should say, the brief brain LTI, some TVET, aspect, for extracurricular activities.
Yeah.
But what I'm also trying to look at, LTI now is what, honor scripturally, is what we are looking at. But I want to go a bit further, Bishop.
Yep.
Are you or the Lutheran Church in Liberia, are you also thinking on some of the other Lutheran institutions and to try to see how you could be able to elevate the current standard? For example, looking at the Lutheran school system, looking at what we do as St. Matthew, St. Andrews, the kids are just in one room. Some of them don't even have access to computer. They don't know what computer is. So I know we're on LTI now, but I just want you to in terms of further thinking, to share light on some of those things that you may be, looking at.
Look, thank you, Jerry. Thank God we have someone who is very strong working with the school system right now. Reverend Doe is doing his best, really doing his best, even though we are challenged with some things that we cannot get across to him right now. But he's doing very well. In fact, just this gone weekend, if not yesterday, we were meeting with the superintendent, with the coordinator for the Firestone school system to see how we can align our own system with that school system. That's one. What I have said to the school system is that, similar to what you're saying, for now, okay, this semester I will let it go. But between now, next semester and the following, I want to make sure that every LCLI school will have inserted in the curriculum some form of technical training for the student. There are most of the places now, Eric is working on seeing how we can improve our computer system. There's some schools that have computers at the school, but we want to make sure, because right now, when people move from high school, you don't have a small job, they'll first ask you, are you computer literate? The answer is no, you don't have a job. So those are part of what we want included in our curriculum. So after this semester, next semester, I will start working with them to see, I myself, to view and make sure that these schools are built, the curriculum are structured in a way that we will provide some technical training for our students. That will also encourage students to even come to the school, because they know they will leave from there not only with 2 plus 2, but they're leaving from there with something that they can do with their hands and their brains.
Joe, you are muted. You are muted, Joe. You are muted.
That's a tall order.
Thank you.
All right, Joe. I got a call.
Jared,
I got a call. Joe, I got a call.
Okay, we will take the call. Yes, we'll take the call right now.
So please go ahead, call up. Please call your name and just make your contribution,
we'll take
sir.
the call right now.
All right. Joe, you hearing me? Hello, Joe.
Yes.
Joe, are you hearing the caller?
Yes, I'm hearing the caller. Yes, I can hear you.
Please, yeah.
All right, Joe, my name is Thomas Harvey, and I'm calling on behalf of my nephew and I. I would like to contribute $50 towards the project that you people are undertaking on behalf of my family, my little nephew, Jerry Tablo, and I. So I will be contributing $50 towards that project. $50 United States dollars.
Thank you so much. So, Joe, that is my uncle. He's a non-Lutheran. And so I will send him the couple's mobile number so he can send the 50 on it. But they are asking, when will you send the money?
What's her name?
Couple is in the chat room, couple.
Thomas. Okay.
All right, so okay, so he said that once he got a mobile number, which I will send to him, Tuesday it will be done because he just arrived to Liberia.
This is wonderful. This is
Thank
highly
you so much.
appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harvey. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Jerry, thank you for the connection. And this is what we're talking about, that we need to take the initiative, because you have non-Lutherans, making such contribution. This is quite significant. Thank you so much, Mr. Harvey. Thank you. I was saying to the bishop, I said that's quite important, because you want people graduating from high school with some employable skills. You don't want them holding long files, manila folders, going from office to office, following up on applications that they can never get employed, or so it's quite important, and that's what we've been doing for long. I want to highlight this. Reverend Thomas Zinape, you can see on the screen. Reverend Pay initially said he was going to contribute $5,000, but now his contribution is going to be $50. And I want Kopo. Kopo is one of the co-hosts here, but let me just say that she's our financial expert here at my Lutheran Connections. Kopo is going to tell us what's the difference between 5,000 Liberian dollars and 50 United States dollars. Sis Kopo.
Okay, the rate currently is 150. So times 50.
The 7,005.
715, so it's 15 different. 25 difference.
25 different.
25 difference. Pastor Pay, thank you so much. And I know you are also moved by the fact that Bishop is sitting with us in this studio, and Bishop made the contribution of the LCL as well. Pastor Pay on the phone?
Yeah, we got somebody on the phone.
Is that
Pastor?
Yeah,
go ahead. No. Someone else.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead. Yeah. You on live. Go ahead. Yes. That's you, Dr. Toto. That's you, Dr. Toto. You are on live.
Willie, you have to bring the phone close to the screen. We can't hear him. He's very low.
Hold on 1 second. He just made a significant pledge. Hold on 1 second. Dr. Toto, you have to repeat that.
I said I put it there. I'll make a pledge of $100.
Dr. Toto made a pledge of 100 United States dollars.
All right. And when is it going to be collected?
This weekend.
He said this weekend. This weekend he's going to send it to us this weekend.
All right. There are 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be one of them. Which one of them?
Friday or Saturday or Sunday.
We said this weekend. We'll get it you this weekend.
We'll get him this weekend.
Yeah.
I knew that when we jumped to Dr. Toto's defense.
Thank you so much, Dr. Toto. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Toto. It's highly appreciated.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for the contribution. Yeah. We, Pastor Pay, we want to say thank you so much. And Pastor Pay, please call you our regular contributor to this show. We can't stop listening to you every time we come on. Thank you for the contribution. This is highly appreciated. So Abel, we haven't heard from you. Abel, you need to tell us something. How are you feeling about this process? And why do you think this process is important? And I'm asking you, not in your capacity as a co-host, initiating the process, but I'm asking you in your capacity as the executive director of Camp for Peace. And you have also been involved with Camp for Peace, with LTI, in terms of contributing to LTI's recovery. So how do you see this?
This initiative, I think there is the right way to go in revamping and restoring the Lutheran Training Institute, most especially when it comes to the provision of technical vocational education. And I love the collaborative leadership style of the Reverend Bishop
I'm sorry, Ibe, I'm going to stop you. I got a call from the United States here. Ibe, I'm sorry.
This has been
I'm going to stop you to take the call.
Quite long.
We have a call. We have a caller on the line.
And the new dispensation is
and so we will take the call right now. Hello, please tell us your name and why you're calling. You are live on my Lutheran Connections. Today we are raising funds for the Lutheran Training Institute. Please tell us your name and why you call. Can you be audible a little bit?
I'm calling from Massachusetts.
Oh, Joyce, welcome. Welcome to the show and welcome to the program. Please go ahead.
Yes, I'm so grateful for this because this is something that should have been done many, many years ago. But I don't know what was the hold on. But thank God that you guys put together to do this in the interest of our country and our school and whatever. But as I said, I don't think it should only be Lutheran Training Institute that we should be raising funds for. And I think we should do it across the board for every other school that is under the umbrella of Lutheran. But
Joyce, the good thing is that the bishop is listening to you. The bishop of the Lutheran Church in Liberia. That's a pertinent question, and the bishop is listening to you. So after you say whatever you want to say, I plead with you to please stay on the line to listen to our bishop. He's going to say something to that to the effect of your question. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and my concern is the problem that has been holding us back is trust. Trust has been one of the key factors of us not doing what we're supposed to do. Trust and accountability. And I believe that it shouldn't just be a hand out thing. We should be innovative, we should be productive, that we won't always have to depend on people to do such things for us. Like for the school, we got the Lutheran school in Gaytown. Look at that school. We all, I know, by the grace of God, we have all traveled across the world. And we go back, we see what is needed. There is no extra school curriculum for the children. Not even feeding program, no clinic, no mini clinic that is even added there. No laboratory, nothing, absolutely nothing. And when I talk about being innovative, I think that we got a lot of freelance all around in Liberia. Why can't we embark into making farms, opening stores, running buses to help the church or to help those the needed people in the church? A lot of people don't go to church nowadays because no transportation, they can't afford it, they are unemployed. So why can't we open other businesses to help our Lutheran people in Liberia to be productive too for their own future? So now we're talking about LTI. It shouldn't just be LTI, no. Why hasn't it been a long time, many years ago? Why is it now? And our funds, we labor hard to get our money here. So if we invest into that, we want to see the fruit of our labor. We want for people to be accountable to us too. Our children, they are suffering. We all know it. We all travel. So I'm appealing to the bishop and whosoever's going to be in charge. And you guys do your very best as we invest into this. Can you guys do your very best to make us to know this is what we have done? But I will see the fruit of our labor. I'm going to pledge $500, but I'm going to give it by 2 installments. Presently, I'm not in my town. I'm out of state. When I get back, I will send the first $250.
Joyce, this is huge. This is really huge. And I like the context you put on it. We are all concerned about that. The bishop is going to speak to the accountability part and why this has not happened for long, even though we all know, but he's the best person situated to talk about that. But the contribution is very huge. On behalf of my Lutheran Connections, we decided to initiate this as part of our anniversary celebration because it's our first year anniversary. And we are so glad to have you live. So many Lutherans are listening to you across the world. And it's good that you are being heard. At least this platform has given you a voice to be heard and to speak regularly with our bishop. Bishop Patmore, Sis Joyce here in the United States in Massachusetts has just pledged $500. She will pay the first $250 and then the last $250 payment. So she is concerned and she asked the questions. You listen to them clearly, Bishop. Can you speak with your
yes. If she's on, I want to speak to her.
She is.
The first question she asked was, why now? Well, everyone has the time. When I came to leadership of this church, my concern is how do we restore our schools? And we are starting with LTI, doesn't mean only LTI we are concerned about. Like I said previously before she got on, our school system is now going all around to make sure our schools are improved. One thing she stated, talking about laboratory, I can assure you that the present acting director of the school system is working hard. He has even gone to Phoebe Hospital and other places to make arrangement with those places that have laboratory facility for our students and our schools in those communities to make use of. We are thinking about all of those. But one of the most important things she said was the issue of accountability. Unfortunately for her, she never heard me when I spoke the first time I spoke to this church when I became leader. I can assure her, I'm not God to speak to God, I'm a man, but we can assure you people that this leadership will make sure you realize the fruit of your labor. This is not something that, in fact, after everything, the way we are planning with the Alumni Association is that we're going to have a group of people who are going to administer the affairs of LTI, not the bishop's office. The bishop's office will have people working along with a team that will be set up. Because I myself want to make sure somebody report to me. If they don't report to me what I expect, then we are all in trouble. So please don't hold back what you want to do. I'm begging to know that we will do our best to make sure whatever you raise will be accounted for. Not only accounted for, but will be put into the proper perspective as we see it. We start from the school. You're right. I was just asking St. Matthew Lutheran Church yesterday at a convention. I don't think so. Other people are engaged in the business. Other churches, they are moving. But we have to start something first and see how that is durable, how it's credible, and then we venture into the next one. And I'm sure one by one, we will get there. I promise you people, by the help of God, we will try to be accountable and transparent as possible as we can. That's all I can say to her. Trust us by the grace of God and see what we can do. If we fail you, then you know, but I know God will not, because my own first goal of this leadership is transparency, accountability, and integrity. If we cannot have integrity, then something wrong with us. And I'm looking forward to every one of us to be transparent, as much as open as we can be. Thank you, Sis Greg.
Let's say Joyce stay on the line small, because I think she struck a point, and I know for the way behind the scene, she been talking to me about it on the issue of the accountability question and the transparency question. But says Joyce, while you're on the line, I also want to say thank you for another innovation. And Bishop, she tried to mention that. I don't know if you can share light on it going forward on the issue of getting some other extracurricular activities, at the school. For example, I think she talked about the issue of these computer literacy and what have you. You understand? Because she mentioned before that she goes to some of these stores and see computers that she want to collect, pack, and send. But I mean, so if you could be able to give the surety to some of our Lutherans there and so that at least they know what to send back to the church for this kind of support. Says Josh, I hope I'm correct.
Yeah, but Jerry,
Jerry, tap in a little bit, please. As I said before, I'm somebody who shop a lot, and I go to the various stores, and I see a lot of things. For whom do I send it to? Who's going to be trusted with these things? Who's going to be accountable to us? So when I see those things, it just made me to grieve. I went down. I went to the children's schools. I visited the classroom unknown to some people. When they say classroom, half like crazy. Even like on our line nowadays, I don't really play much on that line. In our chat room, the schools are hot. The classrooms are hot. Poor children don't even have men. But this is Lutheran that has been around forever and ever before our grandparents were even born. The built schools is like, I call it caves. They put the children in caves. The children are hungry. The children even sick. Nobody even getting a paracetamol. No extracurricular activities for the schools. We even go now. A lot of people there are bad. They don't even have the children in the schools. They take their children and carry them to standard schools. Then we come to the feeding program. Then we come to the people in the church. The people in the church, they want to come to serve God. But we can't just do this God business just one way. It has to be balanced. When the people are serving and you want the service of the people to be excellent, we ourselves need to see how we can empower these people. Not every time we should be doing raising, fundraising, and sow seed, and bring your tithe and offering, bring your this and that, AYZ. Then we got 11 people there. Why can't we open stores like the other churches?
Sis Joyce, I understand your passion. This is quite understandable, and I share your concerns, your emotion. This is the first time I want to believe you are live on a typical Lutheran platform to be heard across the world, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that is part of the steps to ensuring accountability. This is the first time you are speaking directly with your bishop in this faction and letting out your feelings, your emotions, the way you are doing it, correct?
Yes.
Good. That is part of the beginning of accountability, the openness of the bishop and his leadership to even have him sit with us every month to report to Lutherans. Bishop Patmos sit with us here the last Sunday of every month to report on activities of each month in the Lutheran Church. We have never had that from our birth till now. We have never had that in the Lutheran Church. It's really a new down. So we can begin to answer the questions about accountability with respect to our infrastructure and service delivery, provided the leadership is open and ready to sit and talk about it. So I want to believe that the bishop is genuine when he says that they are initiating programs to make our school campuses, accessible and habitable for the children. And all we have to do now is to begin to discuss the way each of us can contribute. For example, somebody like you, the bishop is going to let you go. I'm sure he's going to ask Jerry for your number, and he's going to be in touch.
Give my number.
Very good. And he's also going to give
you my number.
Very good. So he wants you to take his number now. Are you ready for it? The bishop's number?
1 minute, please.
Yes. No problem. Take your time. Okay. Bishop, you can go ahead with your number.
0886 556 197. That's the Lone Star.
Okay.
0778 612.
Pardon me?
0778 612
Yeah.
912.
Okay.
When you call me, I will give you my email address. And let me just say this to you quickly. You talking about trust? I want to say to you, by the grace of God, you can trust us. Right now, we have a school system with some of our missionaries helping us in our system. We can connect you with them, and you can see whatever you can do, all you want to do. But we want to assure you people outside of Liberia and even inside of Liberia that we are initiating this process. We want to be open because we want to see ourselves like others, or if better than others. I don't want us to remain at where we are. I want us to go forward. All of those things you are saying are something we can do. I believe we can engage into business that can help this church. Rallies and tithes and offering can no longer run this church. We need to engage into something much more substantial than what you are saying. It is a process. We can't just jump there. That's where we're starting right now. And I hope that you all can work with us to see how we get there.
Okay.
So Sis Joyce, in addition to your exposure to the bishop and the leadership, on behalf of my colleagues at my Lutheran Connections, we are providing you the opportunity to be able to appear on my Lutheran Connections and provide your perspective on what you can do to support the initiative and what your expectations are in that regard. So it's up to you through Jerry. Let us know. You can appear on the show. You can talk to us about things that you are doing and you wish to do. And I mean, we can get this done together. We can do this.
Okay. By the grace of God.
Thank you so much. One last question. How is the payment going to be done? The installment, you said $250. When will the first collection be done?
When I get back to Massachusetts, I'm going to get back within 3 weeks' time. Hopefully 3 weeks.
Okay. So we have somebody who will be contacting you. His name is Willie Cowboy. Jerry will provide your phone number. I also have your phone number. I will pass the phone number over to him and he will call you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Sis Joyce. So thank you so much.
You should send it to me too. Send it to me, Josiah.
Oh, Bishop, I will send the number to you. Sis Joyce, Bishop, ask me for your number. We give it to him. All right. Okay. Thank you. It was really nice having you on the show. I'm sure many Lutherans enjoy listening to you. They share the same passion you share. Thank you so much for being on my Lutheran Connections and contributing to LTI today.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye now. All right.
Yeah, I have a call.
You got a call.
Yeah, go ahead.
Willie, let's take the call.
Yeah, state your name and make a contribution, please.
Good morning or good evening, wherever you are. This is Gary. I'm calling to ask few questions and then make my contribution to the LTI program. And my question actually goes to the bishop of the Lutheran Church. So, my first question to you, Bishop, is that we want to know your vision for the Lutheran Church because there are a lot of things that have been going on within the Lutheran Church. From the past up to the present, and you've been part of all of the leadership. If I'm correct, because you've been one of the influential pastors within the Lutheran Church. And I know that you've been on a lot of committees. You have served the Lutheran Church for a number of years, which we applaud you for, we thank you for, but there are a lot of corruption that has been going on. One has to do with the property of the Lutheran Church. As we know, there are leases and things that have been signed. Up to now, there's no guarantee for the leases. You don't know where the money went. We don't know where the money went. The next thing, it has to do with the $24,000 that the former bishop took from the Lutheran Church that was sent to renovate the parish, the bishop house. And then he took it and put it into his own house, according to what we're hearing. He said he used it to build things, which for me, I don't know, in the accounting fee or anywhere, except he built things against around some 200, 300 acres of land before you can start talking about $24,000 to build things. So I really want to know. And he committed himself to paying back that money. Have his other paying? Is he paying that money? And if he's not paying, or if he's even going to pay, how is he going to pay that he's no longer bishop? Because according to the story that we got, he agreed to pay from his allowance or whatsoever. And he's no longer bishop. Is he still getting those allowance? That's one. Two, it has to do with your bishop house. What are you doing to restore the bishop house to be the bishop house instead of it being a nightclub? I said that people got angry with me, but for me, that's how I consider it. because we had a conference hall in the big building. Why did they change it to the Bishop Hall? And there is where people go to have the graduation party and other things, which they drink alcohol and all into the Bishop House. So I don't know why they turn it into that. The next thing has to do with it's either money by the accountants, because I did accounting, I did economics. There's no way that the controller will sit there and tell me that she didn't know anything about what went on. Because as a controller, every month they will give you financial statement. And if they give you financial statement, it is a responsibility to review that financial statement and make sure that every check you wrote or every transaction you did is what went on that financial on that bank statement. So what is happening to them? What is the church going to do? Or is it the same old thing that you people are going to do? Let's just let it go, let's forget it, let's turn a new page, and then take money from people and then you use it for your personal use. So please answer the question first.
Bishop, before the bishop can answer, may I contribution, please?
Well, I will make a contribution on behalf of my wife, my kids, and myself in the amount of $100 initial contribution.
Thank you very much. Then now we can answer your question. Thank you.
Is it a pledge or is it now?
Are you sending it? Are you sending it now or is a pledge?
It's not a pledge. As soon as your cash or work, you get it. If you get it today, you get it tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to try. We got to
All right.
So I'm going to try yours.
All right. Send it, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Look, can I go?
Go ahead, Bishop. Go ahead.
Okay. He asked several questions, and some of them I'm not going to boldly answer you right here because we are doing some investigation, and I want to make sure I can have clarity before I can pronounce to you anything. You asked for what am I thinking about this church in terms of some of the leases and other things that we have. Honestly, we've been in office just 4 months. Part of what is causing the big trouble we have is we heard of all of what you heard. Even though I've been on some of the big committees you said, I have not been in control. I've heard some of what you heard, and I know some of what you know. What we are doing right now is we are really trying to verify those things that when we speak to you as member of this church, you know we are speaking to you vividly what we've seen and what we heard and what we think is reliable. Right now, we are trying to work on the leases. We have gone to as far as getting all of our bank accounts to see what is wrong, where they are, what do we have there, and who owns them. And we are also working on the properties, like the land and property that we have that people have that the previous leadership may have leased. How far they have gone into the lease amount collection. We are making those investigations, and as soon as they are completed, we will get back to you fully with the information. My intention is to make sure these things that the inquiry you're requesting be made clear to all of us Lutherans. I don't want anybody saying after I leave, now I knew this or I did this. I want to make sure that we all are on par with what is happening. The second thing you talk about is the 2014.
Bishop, I'm sorry, Bishop. I know you will answer the last question. You have answered two of Gay's questions, but we have one of our pastors on the line. One of the senior pastors on the line. Guy, Bishop will answer the last question, but let's take Pastor P right now.
Yeah.
Pastor P is on the phone.
Yeah. Let me say.
Okay, yeah.
Hello to all of you, and good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I'm sorry that I just arrived. Bishop sent me to proxy for him at the convention in Savannah, so I just got back home in Chicken Safari. I had earlier promised to contribute 5,000 LD, but I just changed that, and I will be contributing $50 US. That's what I wanted to. Since it is LTI, that is our responsibility to ensure that LTI is restorated. So let me thank you people for the show, and it is my wish that this will not be the end. And thanks to Bishop
future for the efforts that he is applying. God bless all of you.
Thank you, Pastor P. Thank you so much. Team, anybody has anything to say to Pastor P? Jerry, Couple, Willie, or Bishop?
No, for me, just to say thank you to Pastor P for the contribution. I mean, this is all fundraiser, and we are happy that at least some of you as pastor coming up to also help us raise the fund. We are very, very happy, and like I've been saying, it is only us Lutheran that can build Lutheran. And so I just want to commend you, Pastor P, for your contribution, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me also say,
Bishop said something.
The contribution of the Dean of the Memorial District, Dean Jala, and I saw $20. I'm telling Jala, I'm refusing that $20. I'm rejecting it. I need more than that $20. I'm sure he's hearing me. I will tell him face to face. $20 is now going to accept for a first initial contribution. Thank you, Dean Jala, for hearing me. Now, let me answer the last question. He talks about the 24,000.
Okay, Pastor P, thank you.
All right.
He talks about the 24,000. I know about the 24,000. I knew the very day that this 24,000 was given, and I knew, all know the agreement behind 24,000. I have not been in this administration. I don't know where it has gone, whether they have paid. Those are part of the investigation we are making and see how it was done. I know the detail of it. I can't say anything to you because we are not, right now we have people working with the treasurer, and I'm sure those are something that will come up since it is on this public media. So I don't want to make any comment about it in the bold form because we are doing investigation, like I said. So I would like to remain tabulated. I know I was in the meeting that gave the 24,000. I was there, even though I objected to it. But again, in our society, we say majority carry the vote. But when the investigation, the verification is done, you will get to know what it is. So let me not say something that will turn the other way if we are not verified. Thank you.
Thank you, Bishop. Willie, do we still have Guy on the phone?
No. Gay is not on the phone. Gay said if he has another question, he's going to call back. But I just want to announce quickly. Yeah, Gay is not on the phone. If he has questions, he's going to call back. I just want to also announce quickly that our brother Harry Ross, if anybody remember our brother Harry Ross from St. Peter's Lutheran Church, brother Harry Ross made a contribution, and I'm going to pick it up by next week. It's a pledge. By next week, by this weekend, is a pledge. 200 United States dollars. Brother Harry Ross. And also the Reverend Moses Dennis, president of Aliyah, is in an he's attending an event right now. He's gonna be calling very shortly. He's gonna be calling in. And that also to the Reverend Amadou Salif is also gonna be calling in.
Wonderful. That's quite significant. That is very, very good for our fundraiser. Do we still have Stephen on? Dr. Dwako on? Okay, Kopo, I hope.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Stephen. Yes, Dr. Dwako. Was that Dr. Dwako or Stephen?
Yes, I'm here. My internet is intermittent, but I'm here.
Yeah, Dr. Dwago, I least can hear from you a
that's
little
Dr.
bit.
Dwago, yeah.
You've been on the show. We haven't heard from you. Can you talk to us?
No, we heard from Dr. Dwago with his pledge of 500. But Dr. Dwago, please give us some more insight. Share light with us.
No, I mean, how he feel about it, about the show, and why he think this is important.
Oh.
We just want to hear from you,
I think,
sir.
Oh, okay.
I think it's good. And I think it can be a real good instrument for positive change. We should widen it and let members of the Alumni Association, I will do my best from my end to let more people get on, especially where we want to raise money for LTI. If I had some of my colleagues from my class or my time at LTI, I was going to embarrass them into making them to make some contributions or pledges tonight. So if we can just keep this up and we spread the word, it can be a meeting place for all of us, all Lutherans, not only LTI people, but for all Lutherans, and it can really go a long way. So this is what I feel about it. Congratulations. Please widen it. Yeah, all the best.
Look, I want to
Let me
speak to
just say
Dr. Dwaku.
something. Let me just
No,
say
let me
something.
speak. Let me speak to
Bishop
Dwaku
wants to
first.
say something.
Bishop,
Let me
Bishop,
speak
I'm
to
sorry.
Dr.
Bishop,
Dwaku.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bishop. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Yes,
Bishop.
you see, what I want to say to Dr. Dwaku, I want to say thank you to him for his contribution and thank you for his comments. But I think we need to go further because what we are doing now needs a group of people to implement the process. And the alumni and I mean, the central administration should be meeting to finalize on some things to have a group formulated to be able to implement. I'm not going to be the one to implement these things from our central administration. We have agreed earlier that we're going to meet, discuss some other things like the MOU and whatever as the plan of action. We need to do that. If we put it into place, a little group that will be able to carry out these things. I am waiting for you people, and I'm waiting too long now. I can't wait any longer. If you want me to come to your office, I will come sit down there, and then you and myself got to do something. But we need to do something because if we raise these funds, we need to carry out something. We can't be raising the fund and not doing anything about it. So I'm looking forward to you getting back to your community, to your people, and let's call this meeting. We need to call and finalize on the MOU and also the term of reference for what we want to do at LTI. Please.
You want me to respond or we can respond?
Yeah, you can respond. I don't problem.
Yeah. No, the reason is right now we'll believe it or not, everybody on we are trying to still agree on a date to meet and have an election and have a legitimate leadership that you can work with, that you can hold accountable. We don't want any interim. We are on board with you for transparency and all that accountability. So if we don't have legitimate leadership, which we are working towards, we had thought it would be this Sunday. It didn't work, but we are on it. And once we get that, then we are full steam ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
on
so
your
I wanted
side.
to have said something before that Dwago internet trips. That Dwago, I want to say thank you so much, and Joe and the rest of the colleagues. Bishop here knows that Dwago has the positive vibe, and we all from the St. Andrew Church. And I don't want to toot our own horn at the St. Andrew because I know St. Peter Joe shaking his head and St. Matthew people. For Bishop knows very well that I mean, when certain people are involved into certain things, you see that the direction is going to be positive. And one of those persons will be that Dwago. And so that Dwago, I want to say thank you in my personal capacity as a member of St. Andrews, but also to say thank you as a member of the platform. But just one
Dr.
thing.
Dwago, Dr. Dwago, thank you. Dr. Dwago, thank you. Thank you from all of us. Dr. Dwago, thank you from all of us. From the platform, from all the parishes in the LCL, Dr. Dwago, we want to say thank you so much because we got LTI students all over. And then from all the parishes also, everybody supporting, this fundraiser. Jared, anyway, you are the ambassador. So, I mean, I will just accept it.
No, Joe, no, I start right there. I think Winnie has a call. So
Yeah,
thank you.
It's our brother. He made a follow-up call. Go ahead.
Yeah, Bishop, my next question to you.
Who is that?
It's Brother Gay Wulas.
It's Gilwula, it's Gilwula. My next question to you, Bishop, has to do with the treasure house. Is the treasure living in her house or is she living elsewhere and the church is paying allowance for
Okay,
her?
so I will make some intervention here, Willie, quickly, because I believe those are pertinent questions. Those are crucial questions for us to mingle them with the fundraiser. We don't want them to be treated in passing. We don't want to treat those kind of questions in passing. I think it should be a situation whereby the bishop should exclusively discuss those kinds of questions in detail to provide clarity on them and not to mix it up with the fundraiser. So, Guy, I'm not trying to brush your question away. What I'm trying to do is to provide you the opportunity so that, Bishop sits here every last Sunday. We have a special segment called Bishop Hour, and Bishop is coming back here again. Today will have been his hour, but it's because of the fundraiser. So Bishop is coming back here again. We will definitely contact you. Willow will let you know, or I will let you know, so that when Bishop is on, you can list all your questions, all these critical questions, and you can post them to Bishop when he's on the show. So I hope that works, so that we don't take off all the time for the fundraiser on these pertinent issues. Does that make sense?
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome, Gay. Thanks for your understanding. I hope we still have Bishop. But team, here we are. We're gone 1 hour 25 minutes. I hope couple is recording, so that at the end of the day we will be able to give a picture of where we are with our milestone of raising 5,000 United States dollars. Ibe, let's talk to you from Monrovia. So okay, Bishop is back. Yeah, but Bishop, sorry, I was not trying to prevent you from answering the question, but I think you should pose these questions or those questions during your segment on the Bishop Hour, and you can better address yourself to them.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much. Encouragement, brother Gay, is to kind of really keep all of those sensitive questions, and then the next time the bishops appear, he can be able to ask those questions because they are very sensitive. But I think today is about fundraiser. We are currently celebrating and at the same time raising funds for the restoration. So Gay try to come back. And we are sorry, gentlemen, that internet in Monrovia today is really frustrating. It's kind of back and forward, moving on and off, but we keep trying. One thing I'm very much impressed about is the appearance of the bishop and his support towards this initiative. As I initially said, it shows a kind of a collaborative leadership on the part of the bishop, and his appearance kind of motivates these kinds of initiatives and process that all gets towards the restoration. I always say LTI is the cradle. It's the cradle of the Lutheran educational system, and I strongly believe when LTI is really fill into the different institutions, and even smaller schools, smaller institutions become a fearing institutions towards LTI. We were talking about incorporating or integrating the vocational program, technical vocational program into the Lutheran educational system, most especially beginning with the Lutheran Training Institute. That is very, very important. You know, I'm a very strong supporter of LTI. I'm very strong also Institute. We've done running the of the local. I think this is what they want here. We call around something now. So I was seeing new dispensation like like also academic program because a lot of people in this era really mix and they want
I think we're getting some fluctuations there.
to
I think we're getting some
making their
fluctuation.
life. So reintroducing, trust me, it boosts
ABS audio.
does it keep counts and supposed to be your plus must be up there.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, are you coming on the on the internet?
A couple?
Yeah. Really?
Am I coming good now?
You are coming in distorted.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Folks, this is my Lutheran Connection TV discussion. Today is fundraiser for LTI, help restore LTI, and I think we're doing pretty good today with the fundraiser. Lots of contributions from Lutherans, non-Lutherans, home and abroad. This is quite significant because it's our own initiative as a church, and we encourage you to participate. Put your name on the list. of history making, because decades from now, this discussion and this contribution will be referenced by our children and our great grandchildren. You want to be a part of it. So we are happy also to have our bishop here. We've been here now for almost 1 hour, 30 minutes. We will try to end this fundraiser hopefully in the next 10 minutes, 12 minutes. And we will be giving you some picture of where we are with the collections. Our sister couple has been taking notes on those collections, note of those collections, pledges and payments that have been made thus far. We will do a compilation of everything at the end of the day and do a formal transfer to the Lutheran Church in Liberia, for whom we are raising the funds to support LTI upliftment. So, Jerry, we are on top of the hour.
Yeah, I think a lot has been done so far, and we will call it the initial step. As you know, we are still in our anniversary month, and so we got to plan again to see how we can be able to continue this process, but maybe in another way. But I also just want to bring this before it slipped my mind. The last time when Bishop appeared, he talked about the issue of capacity development, manpower development in the Lutheran Church. And he mentioned the fact that we are losing clergymen, trained clergymen and women, because some of them are aging now. They're getting off the stage, but there are no motivation for the younger ones who got a desire and want to enter the and got the calling, for the fact that you don't just want to have the calling and then you just come, but you have to be trained. And I agree with Bishop on the training aspect of that. So, Bishop, we want to say in this public manner, and again with the management of the Lutheran Connection, we are discussing. We want to do it collectively so it can be more significant and not to do it individually. Joe, myself, Woody, Abe, and Reverend Yapazo have been discussing. So we can try to see how we can be able, that one is aside from the fundraising, to see how we can be able to do something so that at least if we can get 2 or 3 or 4 of our pastor or deaconess going to that lay training center, or you're talking about somewhere where one person is $100, if we can try to get about 5 persons or 6 persons on board, that will help us a lot to help you, to do that. But it's going to be something collectively, so that it can be much more significant. And I think Joe and Wade and the rest of the guys are with me on this. And we want to say that is forward thinking. And we are happy that, in fact, you are leading the charge in this regard, because the church also need to have competent and capable people to replace you people in the future when you phase out. So, Joe, I just wanted to throw that in. I hope I didn't take much of the time. Thank you so much.
That is quite significant, Jerry. You did extremely well with that. And in other words, Bishop, Jerry is simply trying to say that we are discussing as a network to see how we can be able to sponsor a few of the pastors who will be going to that lay training. And we will definitely let you know once we conclude in terms of the number. We will let you know. We will formally inform you about that. In addition to what we do here, the platform that we have to keep Lutherans informed about activities of the church, we are trying to get involved with some of the initiatives directly to see how we can contribute to support the leadership, because the success of the leadership is our success as a church. And this is what we have passion for. This is what we love to do. That is why you see us here all the time. We take up this time, Bishop, and make sure that everything is going well. Have somebody like you to sit here and talk to the folks out there about what you do for us in the church. So that's exactly what we want to do. That's another dimension of our support.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Couple, Willie, yes?
Yeah, we have a caller, but before I can just bring the caller in quickly. Bishop, this is something, even while we are discussing it from this end, we'll also be planning with the church, as we are doing now with the LTI. We are, like Brother Jerry said, that we are thinking on the numbers for now, but we are looking on moving more, like expanding it as the time goes by. So this is something that, as we are discussing, we're going to be discussing along with the administration as well, to see how best we can get more of our people who will yield to the core, the discernment to serve as leaders in our church. So I just want to say that we are highly motivated by the work done so far. And we listened to your plea the last time that a lot of, our pastors, that the church is in need of pastors. So I just want to join the team to tell you that this is something that we are thinking of. But before you can come in, I have one of our pastors on the phone. He wants to send his greetings, and he has already made his contribution. He just wants to send his greetings. Go ahead.
Good evening, my dear brothers and sisters. Good evening, my dear Bishop, Right Reverend Dr. G. Victor Padmo. Very happy to be a part of this fundraiser, Help Restore LTI, which is my alma mater. I attended LTI for almost 3 years. LTI sent me into the United States for student exchange program in 1979, and I'm very proud to be a product of that great post-secondary secondary institution of our church. Bishop Padmo, I just want to let you know that my wife and I are very proud to be a part of this process of helping to restore LTI. We gave our initial contribution, which was, I believe, was announced earlier, of $50 United States dollars. More to come by the grace of God. As God blesses us, we'll continue to stretch our arms to you and your leadership and to the church as a whole. Rest assured, Bishop Patmo, that pastors of the LCL in the diaspora, especially those of us who are with the Association of Liberian Lutherans in the Americas, rest assured that we are with you in your administration, in your leadership. And we'll do everything in our powers, our God-given powers, to ensure that you succeed by the grace of God. God bless you in your leadership.
Thank you, Reverend Dr. Allison. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Let me just add one thing to what you said, Josiah. Yeah, the Total initiative. In fact, we are thinking bigger than that. Right now, we are training at least 6 person at GST for a good sum of money. And since the university is on course and going, what we are even thinking, discussing at this end is that, like we did with it, we had nursing schools in the church, so we just made it a nursing college. I have been talking to the board of ministry and the Total Training Center that I think by the time is now we start doing our own. We are training people here in Liberia, even though we're running out of our age, but we are still teachers. We can do our own seminary. So I'm sure in the next 1 year, we will open our seminary at Total until the university is open. We can start training our people. The money we use at GST, we can use it at Total and train our people. Compensate our pastors and teachers who will move there to teach. I myself can go there and teach 1 or 2 hours in a day. So we are thinking on that. Then to go to GST, pay maybe thousands of dollars, we can use those same thousands and repair and uplift Total and have our schools there, start training our people, even on the diploma level, until our university takes place.
Bishop, I have no doubts that when you initiate that program, you will get total support. And my brother Jerry will agree with you so friendly, because that has been one of our major concerns. Why are we still stuck in there when we have the knowledge base? When we can initiate this, we have the infrastructure. When we can initiate this and do it on our own, and just to be under the wings of another group, I mean, it doesn't make sense. And I'm really glad for the innovation, that your leadership has, the creativity. And trust me, if you initiate this, it's really going to get the support of Lutherans, both at home and abroad. So yes, the thought is welcoming. Jerry, probably you want to chime in on that, but this is very good news. This is a very good news. Sorry, God, that's the alarm. The smoke detector just came on in my house.
Yeah, you need to check it quickly, Joe. Bishop, we want to say hello, Bishop. Are you there? Seems that Bishop is frozen. But Joe, why Bishop is, I think his internet is giving problem, but why he trying to come back on, I would just like to say that I think that is a very, very good point that Bishop struck, and there is a need for us to be looking in that direction. You know, I mean, for God in heaven's sake, we've been with GST for a very long period of time, the Bangor School of Theology, and I understood that Reverend Addison also spoke about it before. He was liaison there representing the Lutheran Church in Liberia, and I understood that the guys attempted to kick us out of the building, out of the program at one time, you know, and we're too old for that, you know. We should be hosting the Methodists, for example. There shouldn't be the other way around. We got the competence, we got the capacity there to do the training and the teaching, and we got people with the requisite skills, you know, that can help to train our pastors.
Oh,
So
Jerry, will it say he has a call?
Oh, wait, go ahead.
I have a caller, but before the caller can come on, before we can bring the caller on, I just want to announce also that our brother, the Anthony BNG Molba, initial contribution, he almost forgot, but his initial contribution is 50 United States dollars. Sis couple, please contact brother BNG Molba. That's his initial contribution. So he is going to be, you know, going more, but he apologized. He almost forgot. So that's an initial contribution of $50. So with that being said, I'd like to bring on our caller. Go ahead, your name, and tell us your contribution.
Well, good afternoon, all of you. This is Elijah Zena. Well, the issue of LTI is something that is on the mind of all of us. I remember after the war, the first group of young people that went to LTI to clean up LTI, we started having camps at LTI. I was among that group. It was not an easy crowd, a very big crowd. We went to clean up LTI, and to see the Lutheran Connection Network kicking off the initiative to raise funds to bring back LTI to its pre-war status. This is something that we all want to see happen. And I just appreciate that you all are taking up this initiative to do this. So with that being said, I will make a promise to pay $200 as my initial contribution. And then going forward, we will continue to make our contribution as the needs arises. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, brother Zena. Thank you so much.
So when will it be given?
Another call?
Yeah, there was a call coming in. Brother Zena, I'm asking you, when would it be pick up?
Oh, which one of you got a Zelle?
I got a Zelle. I sent it to you. Just put my phone number in. You will see my daughter name will come on. That's it. But just put my phone number and my daughter name will come on. You're not calling.
Okay, then look over the weekend for it.
No problem.
All right.
Thank you, brother.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me call that caller back. He dropped off the line.
So, couple, are you set for us, couple?
I think she's still adding the figures up though.
Couple, you are muted.
I'm ready.
Okay. So couple will come to you in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes for you to give us the totals that we have in LD, Liberian dollars, and United States dollar. Yeah. So we'll come to you in 3 minutes. Okay. All right. So there we are, folks. We
yeah. Your name and your contribution, please.
Different. This is my other number, my business number.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead. Tell us your name and your contribution, please.
This is Frank Carter. First of all, I am not calling. I'd like to make few statements here before I discuss contribution, please, if I can.
Sure.
Okay, I just want to first of all extend my thanks and appreciation to Bishop Palmo. This is Frank Carter. from Columbus, Ohio.
Yes.
For the level of leadership he has exhibited so far, I one thing I believe in, as a member of the Lutheran Church, is the fight that we all can work together to improve the church, to move the church forward. I just wanted to know some of those things. I know that in politics, a lot of things can happen along the way. Decisions can be made. People come in and things happen. I wanted to know how far we are, specifically with the LTI. We discussed it. Who is the head of LTI? Who is there at the moment?
I think the bishop went offline, so maybe we can try to get him on the phone. But he's not online right now. He dropped off.
Okay. I would like him to respond to that question. I have a follow-up question once that question is asked or answered. So if you want me to call by, or he can try to address that, because I would like to ask a follow-up question. Because I'm not making a contribution at the moment. Obviously, I will have to. We always do that.
Right.
But I have a few other concerns based on the answer you're going to give to that question. Will
Frank.
maybe to make a follow-up question, and what other contribution I'd like to make, and I'll say if I have to.
Frank, I just want to quickly comment on the question that friend is bringing up. Maybe it may not be substantial, but what I do know is that currently LTI has a kind of a management team. It's being managed by a management team until they can find a director proper. I think the process of selecting a director is currently in the pipeline, and they hope to do that hopefully before the new year 2023. But as far as my knowledge is concerned, that's how far I think the process is like right now at the
I think the bishop is trying to connect again.
Is Frank still on the phone? Is Frank Carter still on the phone?
Yeah, Frank Carter is
I'm
on the
still
phone. Yes.
I'm still on the phone. I'm still on the phone. Yeah.
Frank Carter, thank you so much for calling into the show. Yes, we know that contribution is something that we all do, over time. And we look forward to that. It's LTI. I'm sure you have a passion because it's the church's institution and the pride of not only the church, but for the country, giving its role in manpower development over time. The other thing has to do with your question that you asked about the head of LTI. I don't know if it is a question that you want us to just tell you who the head.
Actually, I wanted the bishop to just tell me something about that, and because my question actually is based on certain information that I learned. Obviously, we are all informed, and we follow what is going on in Liberia. The church is all of us. It belongs to all of us. Um, and there are other institutions in Liberia, I believe, that also need assistance. LTI being one of those institutions. I wanted to know whether they are actually forming management teams for all of the other institutions. And I said this not to be very critical, but to indicate that we hear a lot of things that people who were in positions have been, removed from those positions because of non-alignment to, the current administration. And those are things that can make people, can turn people back. There are a lot of people are spoken to even from the side in Ohio here in Columbus, and who are concerned about those, about that, and like some of them, like the guy who was the head of the LTI, okay, Daniel Wale, he was removed. Okay, so if we are discussing moving the church forward, then we gotta be concerned about how we bring about unity. So that's where I'm coming from. My question was just first, then from there we drive to the
Okay.
point.
So the question is now I got you. So the question is, why was Daniel Wale removed? So it's not really for you to know who is the head of LTI. So is that a question?
Well, that basically that would be because I did not know.
Well,
I
I
just
think
heard something.
that's your question.
You
Bishop is
understand?
listening. I
Yeah.
just wanted to put
So
a context.
I'm gonna do.
I wanted to
Yes.
put a context on
So
your question for Bishop to know what to say. We'll have to answer the question because we need effective response. So, because when you
yes.
ask who's the head of
Well,
LTI,
yeah, fine. What
it's
is
like
the reason
anybody.
why some people are removed? Why was Daniel Willem removed from
Why was
LTI?
Daniel Waller
Yes.
removed? Like other people have been removed before
Yes.
Daniel Waller was
What's the
appointed.
basis upon which
Okay,
you were
Bishop.
removed?
Bishop,
Yeah.
you have one of
No,
your friends on the phone.
yeah, I don't know who is asking.
Now, Frank Carter.
What's the name of the person? Frank Carter.
Frank Carter.
Mm-hmm. That little boy I baptized.
Yeah.
All right, Frank. Listen
Yeah,
to me.
Bishop, that your boy here, and you were not on when I was talking. I think if they give me the audience, I would just want to thank you, for taking over, the leadership of the church. We hope and pray that, you will move the church forward from the level it is to at least to the one that everyone will appreciate. We hope that God will continue to inspire you, to make the right decisions. But I just the questions I asked, I think you already know. If you help me to just address some of them, we want to move LTR forward. We want to move the literature forward. But sometimes we are concerned about the way we do things, so that we can let people out, so that the young support will not be part of what we are doing to move the church forward in totality. Thank you.
Let me quick because I'm getting network problem. Frank, the information you gathered that we were moving people from posts because they did not align with leadership, or that's not true. Jenny's gonna run against me. Orita Davis ran against me directly. They still have the position they were holding. In fact, Janice is now the senior pastor for St. Peter's Lutheran Church. Orita still remains the director for the HIV/AIDS program. We know of many. There are a few people who were changed for a few reasons. Now you're so specific about LTI. Presently, we don't have any director for LTI. For one reason, the program that was running LTI and paying director, that program came to an end. When we had the vocational training program at LTI, which was a project under LDS, the funder of that program came to extremely hot. Presently, as I sit here and been talking with you people, we are owing those who are working with LTI an amount of 18,000 United States dollars, which we cannot pay.
Yeah.
To maintain a director there, constantly with all being paid, increases our liability, which we may never be able to pay. Right now, Daniel Wheeler is asking me to pay him for previous years and even for money he spent while he was in Ghana, had not even moved to Liberia, and I don't have that money. This church don't have that money right now. I even don't have the money to even pay my staff for this Christmas. To cut down some of those, we try to close the directorship at LTI until we can work with the Alumni Association and see what we can put in place, that some of what we are doing right now will help to properly manage it and be able to be accountable for it. Besides that, there were a whole lot of crimes that rose up in LTI. And in fact, and I just want to be, since you asked that kind of question, I will answer it that kind of way. Many of the people in the whole Saudi region did not think they were going to send the children back to LTI if Wule would have remediated. I am doing investigation because I have to open the school. The school now runs from 7 to 9. I asked Daniel that he has to step down for the sake of peace at LTI, for the sake of restoring LTI, and for the purpose that we don't even have money to continue. So even right now, we're running the school with only 11 to 13 teachers just to keep the place open. So I didn't move Daniel because Daniel was not aligning with me. Daniel did not campaign against me. He did not run against me. So I don't have that belief, and I don't think that is correct. But just for small information, I can go more than this. This is why we closed down the directorship for LTI. Daniel just turned over the keys to me. I'm even looking for a way to help him transport his thing from LTI. But we cannot pay a director at LTI right now. We cannot even keep the whole staff running, so we have a skeleton staff there. And coupled with the fact that people, and I tell you, we are doing investigation. I got several letters on my table where people have written against Daniel. I have not finalized that, but that's not why I'm moving him. But I'm moving him because we don't have the money to pay him as director. And so we don't have a director. I have a small committee that is voluntarily working there with all pay. even the teachers who are teaching now, to keep the school open. So I want you to have that information, and don't let anybody tell you, say, we move. You should know me, that Carter. I don't take those things anymore. So that's not what it is. But the reality is, we owe LTI right now 18,000. I'm thinking on how to raise it for the past years. I can't continue inflating the expenses which I don't have to pay.
So,
Okay, now
Frank,
with that information, if people can hear me, I can now pledge my support. And the people who I heard that from, I'll get back to them and explain to them exactly what you said. Obviously, like I said, the church
You can even give them a
belongs
number. Let
to
them
all
call
of
me.
us.
I will tell them.
The church brought us to some level, the point we find ourselves, and we have to be grateful to the church and do what we can. I will make an initial contribution of $100, my family, and I will let the other people know. And that contribution is collectible within the next 10 days, where they can contact me. That will be paid. I will let people know, like I said, and let us continue to work hard to move the church forward. We understand where we find ourselves. The church, as one of the oldest churches in Liberia, there's a lot that is needed to move the church forward. And I thank you, Bishop, for coming in and taking over the mantle. And we hope and pray that we all can work together to move the church forward. Thank you.
Thank you, too.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank.
Thank
And
you.
in addition to this opportunity today on the fundraiser, you also have a special segment called the Bishop Hour. It comes on every last Sunday of each month. So you can come on and be able to ask Bishop all of your questions. And make your inquiries. So you can watch out for the month of December. The last Sunday, Bishop will be on to report to the Lutheran Church the activities of his leadership for the past month. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Folks, we've been here. Time is fast spent. We're gone. We 4 minutes to make a complete 2 hours. We can't keep the bishop here anymore. We ourselves, we cannot be here anymore. So Willie, Jerry, and Kopo and Abel, at this time, would like for us to go to. Is Kopo on? Kopo, Willie?
Couple went out. What couple is trying to get back, and as we all know, the situation from Liberia is challenging. So maybe we'll try to get her on the phone. Okay, couple is right here as I'm talking about.
Okay, yes, bring her in, and we won't waste time. So we'll take Couple right away because of the fluctuation in the network. So Couple, we go over to you. So just tell us where we are. What we want from you is just some understanding of the totals that we've collected thus far against our 5,000 goal. LRD, how much so far in collection and pledges, and USD, how much so far in collection and pledges.
All right, Brother Chota, thank you. And thanks to everyone for the initial contribution towards the great cause. For now, where we are, we stand at 2,796 United States dollar. Is what we have for now. For my end, we have 2,796 United States dollars. For Liberian dollars, no. No. For Liberian dollars, I don't have anything for Liberian dollars for now.
Okay, Liberian dollars. I think I took some Liberian dollar. I think I took some notes. Roger Abim Camo is contributing $5,000. Pastor Pay, Pastor Thomas Inape is contributing 5,000 Liberian dollars. So we have a total of 10,000 Liberian dollars thus far.
Pastor Pay shifted.
Pastor Pay shifted to $50, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so then that makes it 5,000 Liberian dollars for. I still had that on my list, so let me cross it out. So, Kopo, you can update your record. For now, we have Roger Aben Kamal, 5,000 Liberian dollar, and Pastor Pay shifted
Okay,
from 5,000 Liberian dollars to 50 United States dollars.
Oh, I thought he was just breaking it.
Yes. Yeah, so we have $2,796 total, including collections and pledges.
But it's also important to note that some people we were not able to get them. One person in particular, the Reverend Dr. Moses Swat Dennis, the Reverend Amadou Salib, and some other, individual that are committed, and
Yeah, the
we
Michael
were not able to
Cassidy.
get them. So we
I
want
tried
to.
to call Michael. I tried to call Michael, and he told me that he was in a meeting. I think his executive director was calling on the line. So we will continue subsequently that we can reach the 5,000 mark.
Exactly, and we want to inform the public, that everyone listening and watching, our viewers, that because we believe in the record, by the coming week, all of those who will be pledging that on our next program, we're going to show you the data, if it is pledged to be collected or if they have paid. We will announce everything here, and you will see the record. You will see
Right,
everything.
Willie, you are right. Willie, you
Yeah.
are right, 100%. Jerry, you are right. What we wanted to do, just to give the audience a sense of where we are. But
Yeah.
the number is not going to be accurate because none of the people
No.
who have made commitment, they have not made real their commitments yet. So Willie, as Willie said, next Sunday we are coming with a full report. We will display on the screen, and we will explain to you how much was collected in United States dollars, paid, received, and how much was pledged in United States dollar, to the point that has not been received yet, and then how much was paid and received in Liberian dollar, and then how much was pledged, not received in Liberian dollar. We'll come with a full report during our next segment here on Sunday. That will be the first thing we will lay out for you before we go into our discussion. But this is very great because we crossed the halfway mark of our milestone. We have right now, our record shows that we are around $2,796. That's United States dollars. This is quite significant. Who knows? Maybe before next week, we will have more added, and we will be able to report to you what we have collected before we can make a formal transfer to the LCL. And when the transfer is made, we will also show to you here the receipt of making the transfer to the LCL. We will do that on the show here, telling you that we will transfer this month to the LCL.
Brother Joker, do you mind speaking to this question, please? To follow manipulate small. Can you make that? Yeah. Can you speak to this question? And if he wants to call in, he can call in.
Thank you, Father Menpele. We are raising funds for LTI's recovery. This is an initiative the bishop started when he was elected. His leadership initiated the cleanup campaign at LTI, even though an assessment has been done, and the projection is in the making in terms of what it requires to reconstruct LTI, to recover LTI fully. But that's not what we are raising the fund towards right now. What we are raising the fund towards right now is to enable the leadership, Bishop and his leadership, to do some preliminary work at LTI, clean some of the places, give some of the buildings the kind of facelift that it needs, that when people see, they know that we are serious-minded people, that we want to recover LTI, we want to restore LTI. That's the contribution that we are asking Lutherans and non-Lutherans to make here. So this month is our anniversary month, my Lutheran Connections TV anniversary, our first anniversary. We started our initiative, our network in November of last year, 2021. So this year in November, we've been celebrating throughout the month. But part of our celebration is to raise funds for LTI. So we have been asking Lutherans and non-Lutherans to contribute to this fundraiser for LTI's recovery. So if you want to make any contribution towards LTI's recovery, all those numbers that you see on the screen, you can call them. You either call them today or you can call them in subsequent time. So, oh, that's very good. Now he got the explanation. Thank you, Father Meples.
Manipulation is from Saraye. So he knows what we're talking about. He's from Saraye.
Exactly.
And he has been my council chairman when our parish pastor for St. Luke's. So I'm looking forward to hearing from him.
Right.
Yeah,
that's my
Uncle Smo.
Thank you for the additional information. And folks, there you have it. We are going to close.
All the posts for look for your uncle.
Yeah,
we will make our final. We will make our closing. We make our closing statement. I don't want to go into that argument or discussion with Jerry and Willie because it's going to be very profound. And Jerry has a way of picking on us. He has his way of picking on us. Willie, I will urge you to just ignore Jerry today. Yeah, and he always take advantage of his ambassadorial position. He picks on us a lot. Yeah, he does that.
But Bijo, in your closing statement, can you just give us a summary of your activity on Thanksgiving morning, please?
I don't really want to go into that, Willie. I don't know why you want to put me on the spot. Yeah.
Let's conclude the fundraiser.
It's understandable. Sister Goya, I am willing to support LTI, but can the bishop answer a critical question I have? What plans are there to ensure that the new LTI will be affordable and accessible to people of limited financial strength? The old LTI was somewhat elitist.
You know, Bishop, before you can come in, Bishop, before you can come in, this is my cousin, Sister Goya. So I reached out to him. He already committed.
Willie, I think Ambassador is right. Willie, you are related to everybody from local.
No. I can call him right now. He will say that. I can call him right now.
No, this is
I can call him right now.
Seriously concerning. Yeah.
No, I can call him right now. He will say that. He will confirm that. I can call him.
Willie is related to everybody from local.
No. To admit, this is my cousin actually.
So where is he from?
I communicated with him and he told me the same thing. No, I communicated with him and he told me the same thing.
What part of Lopa you come from?
Oh no, I'm from Feasible.
All right.
I'm from
Feasible.
Feasible.
Everybody, it's okay.
Yeah.
But when they call him, so he can announce how much that will be so couple can take it down.
No. Cesar has confirmed. Cesar Goya has confirmed. He said Willie is discussing. So yeah. So let's leave the rest. Cesar Goya.
No. They know the pledge.
No, the man is here. Listen, the man is right here. Go ahead, cause tell the people.
Not you, Mama. Not you.
Go ahead, cause you are live.
Well, many waiting for our relation. They made myself we actual cousin. His mom is my auntie. So, but I wanted to answer the question because Willie had reached out to me actually a week or so ago, and then again today. And like I said, I have a critical question because the likes of me growing up poor in Zolowo, if you didn't have a scholarship from the Lutheran Church, which was not as much. The LTI was kind of looked at as where the elite in Liberia send their children. So as an educator, I want to make sure that if I'm contributing to an educational system that is affordable to the least financially potent citizen in Liberia. And to see that the Lutheran Training Institute, even though it was in Salaye, there are very few people in Salaye that could afford to go there. I'm hoping that the bishop can tell us what are his plans to ensure that the Lutheran Training Institute will reopen. The new one will not just be like the old one, where you have a lot of government ministers and rich people sending their kids there, and then the local Flomo and Topa and Koboy that live right in Salaye cannot afford to send their children there. If you can answer that, I'll put my cousin. I will make my contribution behind the scenes.
Yes, one flow.
Thank you so much, cause thank you.
Let me say this to you. Presently, we have students at LTI who are from Salaye in an environment. What we are doing is we want to make sure that people who cannot afford can send their children to school. Our school system has a structured tuition that goes almost across, that is affordable. Now, this time, what we are doing, Brother Goya, is that it's not LCL, Central Administration, that are going to run LTI. We are trying to work along with you people going to have a committee or maybe a little board. Conclusively, together, we decide what is going to be what we want to see LTI to be in terms of even tuition, salary, and even administrative structure. So it's something that I'm not alone going to say, but we are trying to restore, and we're going to sit down together and decide how we do it. It's not a one-man thing.
Yeah, that's true, Bishop. Yeah.
Does it stay on the line?
No, he left. He left.
Oh, okay. Yes, I think we can make our closing statements and then
Right.
uh, um, just go. I want to say thank you, Bishop. I will take the lead. Bishop, I want to say thank you very much for being with us. You sat with us 2 hours. It's not strange. You are part of this family now, and some days don't be surprised when we change your role to bring you here to interview people for the fun of it. Also, yeah. Yeah, we'll bring you on as a host. I mean, you come on and talk to other Lutherans. You got some questions too. You are the leader, but you also have your own questions. You want to hear from your people. So some days we take turns. We'll bring you on. You sit here, you coordinate a show for a particular day. And I think Lutherans will be so glad to see you do that. So we are very happy that you are supporting this initiative. It's part of your overall leadership. Your innovation and your creativity. We thank you so much, team. This is great. I don't even know how to thank you guys, but I think yes, we did it. We got it started, but we really did it. Initiating in a process of this nature can be difficult. There's no easy way to it, but I think we did it. Let's pat ourselves on the shoulders for now. And I just want to assure the audience that we are going to come up with a comprehensive report to you next Sunday. You will see that display here. Everything. Thank you. Thank you for being part of this.
Let me just come in quickly. And people say I quit to get emotional. But Bishop, I mean, just in our closing, someone just sent me a text message. I won't tell you who sent me the text message, but I will tell you what is in the text message. And it says that a goodwill donor has committed the amount of $200 towards a new pair of eyeglasses for Bishop G. Victor Patmo.
It's even my old glasses. Is that well?
So someone had just committed to making $200 available for you. This is not part of LTI. For give you for a pair of eyeglasses for you. So we will be talking after the show, and you will be getting the contribution.
Thank you to whosoever have done that. They saw my need just now. Today I came on St. Peter, and I don't know where I dropped my glasses. It's lost, and you see me changing my old eyeglasses hanging over my head. So somebody is observant. Thank you so much to who that contributor is.
Yes. Yeah, that's my closing comment, Ambassador.
Yeah, so thank you so much. And again, Bishop, we like we didn't say he quick to get emotional, but I think you brought some real inspiration to the way in which you conduct yourself and conduct the church, and you actually lead by example, and you are a transformational leader, and that is what that is some of the hallmark of being a leader and not being a boss. Being a boss, you're just small. But being a leader, you inspire, you transform, you motivate, you show hands, And so I want you to really keep it up. I've been knowing you for a very long period of time since I was a toddler. And I can assure you that our management will try its best to ensure that we keep the positive vibe in making the Lutheran Church in Liberia, come back. We will discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly. you can rest assured. But all is just about helping our church to be a better church. We want to say thank you for the time, and thank you again for all that you're doing for the church. Never mind, we say our target is 5,000. We crossed the halfway mark. We will still continue to do what we can to reach that 5,000. So at least we can be able to, even if we turn over the initial to you, we will continue in our own weak way to get the balance so that we can be able to give to you for some other initiative. You got arrears there for the teachers who are volunteering. We can't call it arrears, but motivate them, and other thing. Even the issue of the school feeding, there is something that we need to look at. And you got says Joyce number. We've been talking a lot. Joyce and myself, she's very innovative. I will encourage you to please contact her so you people can talk. And she will give you a lot more ideas.
You need to send it to me. I want to give her my number. You need to give me her number.
Oh, I will do, Bishop. I will do. Yeah. Okay. So thank you again. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bishop, the benediction.
All right. Just before the benediction, let me also say to you, thank you. You know, from the initial start of this program, people saw it to be political and every way they describe it, but I think we are all making significant impacts on this church. I may not have all of the ideas, but the way we discuss, we are giving each other the urge to move on. So I'm so happy for what you are doing, and I assure you, just pin me if you think I'm going out of track, because that's the only way we can all be proud of what we want to do. Thank you to those who contributed today. And I know that the questions are still there in our minds of uncertainty, and when it comes to trust and accountability, I can assure everybody that we're making a step one by one. We will get there. We shouldn't worry about that. I can assure everybody who pay a 5 cent that you'll be proud that you pay your 5 cent, because we will use it for the purpose intended and give you a real good step down of how it was used. So thank you, and I thank you. I want to also say to Lutheran, especially a couple, I want to say to us in Liberia, we have to follow people who did not even call on this show. You know, there are people who can make moves, but we need to follow them too and see what they can do. Like I spoke to St. Peter's today, I told them if they didn't call, we'll follow them up and we'll follow them to the letter. So I want to say thank you, and the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the sweet fellowship of the Holy Spirit rest and abide with us now and forever in Jesus' precious name.
Amen.